Hello everybody, it's me, it's Shad, the face, voice, and brains of polynerdic.com and the OrNERDnary podcast, back with another OrNERDnary vlog. Thank you for joining me. I just previously recorded a weekly recommendation video. I hope you've watched that because it will go up before this does. I don't really have a huge topic to talk about this week. Other than just touching base with y'all. As you can tell, I'm in a different part of the living room trying to give the illusion of space because like 10 feet that direction is the bookshelf I normally record in front of. But I decided this week that I wanted to be near my creative space. This is where I normally create, right here where we're sitting. You can't see it because it's behind the camera, but my computers from work are sitting here occupying my creative space, being the bane of my existence, but also the thing that gives me life because it pays the bills. I would like for this to, you know that as well as I do. I would like this video, that podcast, any of the shit I do to be self-sustaining so I wouldn't have to do that stuff. But I have to do that stuff in order to be able to do this stuff, and that's just the way life is. And it's very scary right now with all the furloughing and layoffs and just having your job security threatened by a thing that's completely out of your fucking hands. Kind of infuriating. I'm being driven a little bit mad by it. Between all the shit in the world, the news, and the in the company stuff that I see, personal stuff like having appointments rearranged because the doctor's office is on lockdown until the end of June. It's a little stressful. My blood sugar numbers are up, and I'm on the damn near zero carb diet for the most part. Very few carbs, and I'm struggling with my numbers now. They were doing good for a couple weeks, but now as things are getting tougher, you see more and more people lose their job, layoffs, furloughs. I mean, even a multi-million-dollar company like the World Wrestling Entertainment Company, I almost call it the Federation, WWE, laying off tons of people today. Or outright firing many of them. It's a scary time, and it's reflected in my blood sugar numbers. And that's why this sort of thing's important. I think that's the whole thing I'm getting at here is that these little videos are important in the sense that it's historic times. It's horrible, horrible, horrible historic times. And we don't know with any certainty that we'll be here next week, any of us, and that's that's rattling around in my noodle a whole lot. That I have aspirations, I have goals, I have dreams. We've talked about them on here before. You are privy to them because I have discussed them with you repeatedly. That this thing exists, this podcast exists because I have aspirations that absolutely are not calling the VA every day to argue about money or needing to call some poor family and say, hey, I'm sorry your dad's dead, but the VA isn't going to pay his bill. Did he have other insurance? Or are you going to have to pay it for him? That is in no way, shape, or fucking form what I want to do with my life. And it's causing gray, it's causing stress, and it's causing my numbers to go up. How's that for animated people who used to say I show no emotion when I'm doing a reaction video? Back in the days when I'd be on Movieverse and we'd watch a trailer and I wouldn't freak out enough for you. I wouldn't be doing backflips out of my chairs and shit. I would just tell you a reasonable, normal dialogue why I like this sort of thing. How's that? How's that for emotion and being worked up and excited about a thing? I'm sorry, I'm going stir crazy, I think. This is day 35 of quarantine for me, self-isolation, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Thankfully, I have a beautiful girlfriend that I see every day because I think even I, introvert Shad, would have an issue with the being cooped up because none of y'all are joining the Discord. You should go to Discord, join our Discord, ask questions on the Discord, or over there on polynerdic.com, there's a whole top of the menu thing for it. I pulled it up right here for me, but I'm not smooth like that. This is literally just my Xbox displaying a background on my TV. I don't have, speaking of it, it went dark. I don't have the setup yet, and that's why I'm going crazy, I think. I am, we've talked about it before, the whole ticking clock thing in my noggin, where I have goals, and I'm getting older, I'm going gray, and red, apparently. Looks like I got some red in my beard today. Losing my mind over the stress of this pandemic and how it's affected my goals and how, like, the uncertainty of the career, you fucking figure working in the healthcare industry would be a safe industry to work in during a pandemic. Fuck me, right? Shit. And then the job itself is stressful. It's every day, a little bit of stress every freaking day, trying to make sure I hit productivity and that I do it well, because mediocrity is not acceptable, and you need to do your best. And I always want to do my best, but sometimes my best, because calls take a while, isn't quota. Sometimes giving it 110% or more still leads you to falling short, and that's very stressful. I'm very, very, very stressed out about that right now. Not necessarily the best stuff for morale at all when you read about, furloughing and all that stuff. It's very scary times. I know I normally try to keep these uplifted, but I just needed to vent. This is 100% me venting stress today. Final Fantasy VII, very good. Animal Crossing, fan-fucking-tastic. I'm looking forward to diving into Animal Crossing as soon as we finish recording this video. Waiting on Chelsea to get back with the groceries so we can sanitize that shit and put it away, and then I'll get on to editing these videos. But life is not all bad. It's not all bad at all, and I don't want you to think that if I'm dead by the time you see this stuff, I want you to know that life was not bad. It's just in a rough spot right now, and I think we all kind of feel that. There's a building tension on social media and in the world when you reach out to people that we all just want to get by, we all just want to succeed, we all want to feel safe, and there's not a lot of safe right now. I'm not going to repeat myself. I started to double back around and say stuff I already said, but other than all that stress that I just flipped out about, I want you to know that things are well. Love my girlfriend. We're both struggling with this. Even as introverts, we're both, struggling to get through this. It's, like I said, very high stress time. We have our entertainment. We have each other. I hope you have someone as well. If not, I hope you're doing well, regardless. I hope those of you that are coming across this video are not ill. And if you are ill, you're getting better. Just a lot of uncertainty out there. I needed to get that off my chest. I may or may not even post this. This might just be a video for me, but if you see this, hi. I decided to share, and otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful rest of April. Based on what my doctor's office is pulling, we might not be out of this anytime soon. Here's hoping that we continue to work on it, though. Praying for that vaccine to come out sooner rather than later. I know they take a while. There's regulations involved in that. And here's hoping that by the time this is all said and done, we will have righted the ship, and things will be in a better place. I don't know. I don't know what else to say beyond that. Dwelling on the negative doesn't do you any good. That's partly why I wanted to do this rant today and just get it off my chest, get it out there, move on. But I'm going to go play Animal Crossing now, and then maybe some Final Fantasy VII later tonight. Might record the podcast tonight. Don't know. It's all kind of up in the air. It's all kind of crazy, isn't it? please do me a favor and check out that weekly recommendations video I put up earlier this week. Check out the Resident Evil 3 remake stuff. Check out the Final Fantasy 7 stuff as it starts coming out. Like, follow, and subscribe PolyNerdic on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube and Twitter and Instagram, and join the Discord. Spread the good word of PolyNerdic. And let's get this stream going. Let's keep the stream alive, keep it thriving, instead of barely squeaking out of existence. I want you to be a part of this community, you watching this. The community thing is a very big part of this for me. I want what guys like Kinda Funny and Giant Bomb have. And I'm so far away from getting it right now. But that's what I want. This may never be that, but please, 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 give my stuff a look. Give the likes, the follows, the subscribes. And I'll see you soon with something else. Probably video game related, probably a podcast. Who knows what else we can come up with. Thank you again for listening to my bullshit. I feel better already. I don't know if you can tell, but I feel better having had this little chat. This did its job. Thank you. I'll see you soon.